All right. Hey, this is John Chen reporting live from Jacksonville, Florida, where in this case, we've got the pool cam, right? I'm actually going to try and ask a question here later, and I'll show you how amazing this virtual background is. We're here for an event. Jimbo Clark is running an event called Brains on the Beach. And the theory is, would your brain think differently if it was on a beach? And Jimbo Clark likes to say, yeah. So anyways, I'll be here in Jacksonville, Florida. By the way, too, look also for a link for virtual programming coming from Training Magazine Conference. That's one of the main reasons why we're here on the 13th and 14th. Happy Valentine's Day for all of you. Is that you'll get a link and you can tune in for up to 12 hours of content direct from the Training Magazine Expo floor. And you want to tune in because we're going to have over a dozen experts in the training field sharing many of their best virtual tips. Speaking of virtual tips, this person I have met only online. That's right. And she's really become one of our best fans or best members of our community. She has been a special ed teacher. So she really knows, too, what to look for in terms of virtual education. But most of all, too, she's an artist. And that's how we're able to get to know her, too. She's also one of our members of our engaging virtual karaoke community. So let's bring in the one and only Nicole Smith. Nicole, are you finally here for your interview?
I'm here. Hi, guys. I'm finally here for the interview. Hi.
Now, do you even remember when you came in to join our karaoke group?
Oh, I was thinking about that today, and I was like, I was so nervous and scared. Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, I am so scared. And I don't even know that I came back the next week. I think it took me like a month to come back again. I was so scared. I was like, I don't know that I can come back again. But I did. I really did, because y'all were so inviting and encouraging. It just took me a little bit to get my nerve back up.
Oh, well, thank you. We're so glad that you came back. And now, not only are you a regular, you have also been one of our happy hour hosts, and you've actually been a karaoke jockey host, too. So thank you for that.
I know. That was an experience. Yes. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that.
Look,
glad I didn't bomb it.
Well, yeah, you could have Zoom bombed it. Then you could have been like the friendly Zoom bomber. But anyways, so Nicole, for our other guests who don't know you, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay, well, who I am, I'm Nicole Smith, and I am from Arkansas. So, an Arkansasier. And yes, you can say Arkansasier. That's one of the ways you can say it.
Wait, hold on, let me try. Arkansasier.
An Arkansasier. Yes, that's one of the ways you can. John, very good. That's one of the ways you can say that you're from Arkansas, and that's the way I prefer to say it. So, because it used to be a W at the end. So, a little known fact right there. So I'm from Arkansas. I've been born and reared here in the north central Arkansas area is where I was born and reared, in Mountain Home, actually, between two lakes. A beautiful area. And then I came to the central Arkansas area for college, met my husband, and that's just kind of where you land after you meet the husband. So been married over 26 years, and we have two daughters who one is an accountant, and then one is in her second year of college, where I went to college at. And let's see, I was a special ed teacher at a local district here for over 20 years. So, and circumstances just happened to land me at the house now. So a little bit about that is some tick-borne illnesses. So I don't want to go too heavy into it. I will just tell you, please wear your tick spray, and just wear it. Just wear whatever you can to keep yourself protected against ticks, because those little evil boogers will mess up your life. But I have alpha-gal syndrome, which makes you allergic to mammalian foods, and it can go little bit or way severe, and I happen to be way severe, and then a Lyme syndrome and all sorts of things. So landed me at the house, and I'm at the house trying to heal from that. And I'm just doing art as part of my healing therapy. And so I've been doing a lot of art, and including singing and playing the guitar, and which is, you know, part of the karaoke stuff. And also I've written a children's book, which I'm in the process of going through the whole independent publishing thing with April Cox, who is not the April Cox we know, but another April Cox. So yeah, there's another April Cox.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So there's
Are you
April
serious?
Cox. Yeah, I'm serious. She, April Cox and her self-publishing. It's a workshop thing that I'm doing, is self-publishing made simple. So I won a scholarship to do her her program. So thank you, April, for allowing me to do that. So I wanted a little plug in for there. And then I've actually told her about you, and about how awesome you are, about and Joe, actually, about the ASL. Because I know Joe was wanting to get into book signings and all, you know, signing for books and all that kind of stuff. So we have the whole group of authors that are going to do, you know, books and stuff. So on YouTube, and needing interpreters to do all that kind of stuff and to promote. But my book is going to hopefully come out this spring, before summertime. And it's, I'm really excited about it. I know John's been listening to me talk about it for like a year now, but it's been like slowly coming together. So, but you know, it's like little pieces by little pieces, and you learn as you go whenever you do things. But it's like, I really wanted this thing to like be perfect whenever I get it together, and it's getting there. So,
well, Tracy Stuckrath is giving you a shout out.
Hey,
of course, to Tracy, the kids from the event industry, and you got a chance to tune into her program talking about all her latest practices on the food. So thank you for that. Let's talk a little bit about your art, and I'm going to try and do something I haven't done. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not. So that's the best part about virtual. Let's talk about your art. So I know the art is a big part of your life, and I would love to hear, I don't know, I bet in special ed that you used art. And I would also love to know, you know, what direction is your art going now? And by the way, I'm going to give you a tour around this virtual background. So tell us again a little bit about special ed in art, and then now art.
Well, I wasn't the last little bit whenever I taught, I did use some art where they used the journaling in my science class to, there's John, where to draw like cells. And then we also used it for some emotional stuff where they use sensory stuff, and that they just, you know, to work out their feelings. And my art journey really didn't start a whole lot, the integration of the two, but I did try to work on it some. I also, when I taught math, when I was allowed to do a little bit, we drew out a lot of stuff in geometry. So I did try to integrate a lot of that. As far as my personal journey in art, I just do a little bit of everything, but my favorite is gouache and pastels, soft pastels. So, and I really like expressive portraiture. So right there, some expressive portraits.
Wait a minute. That's me and Olivia, right?
That's you and Olivia. And then actually I did some of myself here this last week. So I got some self-portraits, and then I put some sort of different things up that you haven't seen. So, and I figured I would show. And then I also like to do abstract acrylic. So, but yeah, I've got some things up here and some illustration work. So it's really kind of where I want to go into. But I guess I could show them very quickly. But yes, this is.
Oh yeah, I was just about to ask you. So let's go ahead and show. I see these. That's me. And if you might recognize that shirt. That's all right.
And I have one.
It's a beautiful shot of Olivia, especially with the lightly pink hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these are all karaoke members, by the way, for those who don't know.
I couldn't find, I did Warren's, but I couldn't find his at the moment. So it's somewhere in a notebook. But this is I did a whole series of these of derby horses. It was just like a spin on doing derby horses. So because Hot Springs is a big thing with the horses here, and it was a spin on like the ladies wearing the hats, but for horses. Anyway, this is just a house that's around here, and so I like to do things. So it's just different illustration things and styles.
Oh,
John has.
wait, talk more about the one on the bottom left. I like the bottom left one. What's that?
It's just a kind of a self-portrait of me.
Oh no, not the. That's the one
This
on the other side. You have the animals too.
Yeah, this is an example of some folk art that I just practiced doing of animals. I believe it was of close to where Raja's from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in India. In India.
Somewhere in India, right? Okay, good.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. But yeah, this is a self-portrait, but this is an Indian folk art. So
beautiful. Thank you so much for showing us, Nicole. And when did you start using art as either expression or therapy or whatever you want to call it? When did you know that you wanted to be an artist?
I broke my hand on a horse, and I was ordered to stay still. And so I just basically picked up the pencil with the other hand and started drawing. Like I drew a picture of a horse for my friend, her horse, because I just wanted, she loved personal things, and I thought, I'm gonna draw for her. That was the first drawing I ever did. And that was like in about 10 years ago, 9 years ago. So yeah.
So are you saying too that you're actually ambidextrous?
I can write with my left hand, yeah, and I can write mirror images too, like words and mirror images. I didn't know that. Yeah.
We went to a program where it was pre-pandemic, and they had an artist, and she was doing caricatures, but painting both left and right-handed at the same time.
Yeah, I'm not that talented. I can just do like words like love, like mirror images, and like I could do John mirror image, like with both hands. My left is not as pretty as my right, but I can, yeah. I don't know what it's called. It's just kind of a quirky thing. So
some palindromy type of thing, I think. Wait. Let's invent a word. Palindromography.
Okay.
So it's like calligraphy and palindromes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just made that up.
Okay. I've done calligraphy stuff too. Well, actually hand script, and actually had some of it published in Arkansas Bride.
Wow, congratulations.
Thanks. As a like a spread, like they get all dressed up and do, my friend. Yeah. Anyway, it was fun.
So, your alpha gal as well as a pandemic all kind of pushed you onto virtual. First off, how much virtual were you doing before March of 2020? And then the second question to follow up that up is, what has to happen, or what virtual do you really like, or have you found that has been valuable for you over the last couple of years?
How much virtual was I doing? Well, as a teacher, we were doing some workshops virtual, like as far as like professional development, we were doing some because it was easier to do. It was easier, and cost, they would do like here's your professional development, take this quiz, that kind of thing. They weren't necessarily interactive per se. They were, but then 2020 hit, and I think they were kind of seeing it already, because I remember being in the Walmart parking lot and doing Zoom, like doing in-services on Zoom for Zoom. In
Walmart?
Yeah, in Walmart parking lot. I didn't have internet at my house, like good internet. So I had to go to Walmart to get the internet. Yeah. I didn't.
This is, what year was this?
This was 2020. I mean, whenever, right, the
beginning.
Yes, the beginning. Because I've just had internet at my house, like fast internet for about 13, 14 months now.
Wow. Okay, good. So that
Okay.
you were doing some, but you're saying it was
Okay.
not as interactive. It's basically kind of one-way teaching.
Right. Yeah.
And
it
now
was basically watch the videos and yeah.
So
Okay.
now in the last 2 years, what have you seen? Like what has to happen for you to for that to be great virtual programming for you?
Well, interaction is always, great. To be able, like I taught for a little bit, interactively, just to be able to interact and to talk to one another, that's great. And I know I've done a whole lot of art programs where people will just like come on and then they'll just like turn their video off and there's no interaction. The person will just like, here's your art stuff, follow me, I'm muting everybody. And they just drone on and on and on. And there's no interaction. And to me, that isn't enjoyable. Like it's better when there's an interaction because you learn from everybody a lot of times, not just the person presenting. So to me, you gain knowledge if it's done right. If the person that's presenting can control the room right, you learn from everybody, including the speaker. So that's what I think. If the person that can control the room correctly, you learn from everybody enough. If that makes sense. Did I answer your question?
Yeah, excellent. Thanks, Nicole.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we're going to take a little house tour too because the Wi-Fi on my side is a touch slow. So hold on a second.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah, you're being
we're going to move from the pool. So this amazing Airbnb that we got in Jack.
That's nice. I'm a little jealous. Oh, so as far as like interactive, yeah, I do a lot of art stuff, do some music stuff. I've even done some
there we go. How's this?
Oh, there we go. Done, yep,
we got a little
plays.
bit of rock setting here.
Done some plays online, some musicals online, some just try to do it all because why not, Tell
me a little bit. I'm going to go get my headphones, but tell me a little bit too, Nicole, like what is your coolest or most unusual like virtual program that you saw in the last couple of years?
Unusual that I've seen? Unusual or coolest that I've seen? Probably when we were in happy hour, when I was in your happy hour, there was a gentleman who was beta testing, or he presented something where we were like virtually going through the rooms. That was really cool. So I think honestly, any of your happy hours that we went to where people were bringing game stuff, because I'm not a big gamer, so any of the game stuff that we do is probably the coolest things that I get to do because I'm not a big gamer, but like the virtual going through the room thing, that was pretty cool. Just to be able to like toggle. Now, would I sit there and do that for hours on end? No, it was just kind of cool to be able to do it for, but as, on the other hand is like production wise, to be able to like make the musical productions that I did with the Couch Singers, that was pretty cool, I thought. So.
Oh, that's right. Talk a little bit more about that. So you had a group that you had met and you actually produced a musical video online, and you're actually doing that too with one of our friends, April Cox. So,
right. So there was a group online called the Couch Singers, which was out of Portland, Oregon. And it was a free service that one lady, she started just during the pandemic because everybody, wanted some singers singing, and it made, make people happy. And then from that was a side little group called Couch Zingers. And together we kind of joined as a later. Anyway, we got together and did compositions of just songs. We got together and we voted on songs, and we put the pieces together and had, anyway, pieces, and then we did videos, and then we published them on YouTube. So it was kind of like modern day music videos.
Which was great too, because Nicole, you talked about it in one of our recent karaoke's, and we actually got a chance to listen to it. And your hallmark was you actually were able to rap a section of a song successfully.
Yes, I did. Yes, I got voted by the group to be the rapper. So by default, I was the rapper.
Wait, I'm doing an impersonation of Swagatastical, who would always do.
Yeah, he was like, oh no. But if you saw the members in the group, no offense, but I was the youngest member in the group, and I did the best job of all the people that were there. I was the right choice to do the rap. So
like team building, right? You got to get everyone into the right role. By the way, I've seen the video, people. I'll put the link around in there. Nicole's given it to me, and so you can go back. You can judge for yourself. But I can tell you that Nicole, actually, everybody in our karaoke group applauded you, saying, it's impressive, because most of us actually don't choose rap songs. They're tough. Some of them are very tough. Although I get very close with Istanbul, not Constantinople, and that song is tough because there's so many words and it's so fast. But I knew that
you have to slow it down and do it. Like, that's just how I've had to do it. Is you slow it down and you do it slower, and you get a little bit faster and a little bit faster and a little bit faster and a little bit faster. So yeah,
that's a great tip. That was a great tip. I think what was the other one that I did recently on karaoke was I didn't rely on the lyric video, because quite often the lyrics don't come in time. And so actually what I did was took all the lyrics from online, and then I annotated them. Like, I actually put things like a breathe mark, saying this is the point where if you don't breathe here, you're going to get screwed up, right? And then there's like here you're going to go high point, or I had all these other little notes.
Yeah, remember the other one too, your own notation is better a lot of times. So there's a song called it's auction. It's the auction song is what I call it, by John Michael Montgomery, and it's of course a country song, but it's really fast. So when we have our country night, I'll have to do it. So
which is coming up for Diane's birthday, who she has earmarked that she has sang a country song almost every round for the last 6 weeks.
And it's almost a rap song, honestly. It's that fast. Yeah. It's quite fast. So
I can't wait for you to bust it out, because I have not heard that from you. Why is music so important to you, Nicole?
I grew up singing in church, and I just music, like, my family was musical. My grandpa actually had a couple songs produced. They're hanging on my wall, and he had them like published, and like I have the original published copy, and I have my mom had them framed for me, and they're he was into bluegrass, and so I went to some bluegrass festivals with them. And my granny on my other side, she played piano by ear, and I'm related on both sides to some famous country people. So
you drop a name, or half a name, or no name?
One side's a Willie, and the other side's the Carter sisters. So I've got it on both sides. My mom has proof. She did the genealogy. She got proof. So on both sides I have some anyway. It's just both my parents sing, and they have ears. They sing very, and I just love music. I studied it. I'm not that good as far as like playing anything, but I hear it fairly well. And I went from playing instruments, I play a little bit of a lot of things, but I think my voice is probably the best instrument I have. So
it is amazing too. For those of you who don't know, come to join our karaoke. By the way, you don't have to sing. You can just come listen to us and make commentary in between. And we've had some fun people who do that. They just hang out, have a beverage, and like in a karaoke bar. Oh, side note too, by the way, Nicole, we went to lunch, and it's 400 feet away, like down to the door and to the right. And they have karaoke tonight and tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So watch my live stream
Okay.
And I might be able to get Donna or myself actually singing in a real karaoke bar the first time since March of 2020.
Tonight. Okay. Tonight or tomorrow?
Yeah, I don't know. It might be one of
Okay.
them.
Okay, we'll see.
Yeah, it's like you can always catch the live stream later.
Yeah.
Also, give a shout out to Karen Schlomer. I believe if she is going to feel well enough, we're going to meet on the 23rd.
Oh, yay.
We're going to do some karaoke together too. So,
Oh, wish I could be there.
yeah. So again, watch for another video for that because
Awesome.
we also want to try and karaoke bomb the place because we're going to have at least 4 or 5 of us, I assume. And so we want Karen to start singing a song and like 5 of us to stand
Oh,
up in the
wow.
crowd and sing with her.
Karen is amazing. She's got an amazing voice.
Yeah, she's the best singer out of all of us, that's for sure. All right, let's move on to, well, let's talk a little bit about your book. So talk about, you wrote a book, and I would love to hear the inspiration and kind of the process behind writing this book.
Okay, so the inspiration is a little boy. Oh, well, I'll just call him, well, his name is Noah. And he is a little boy of a girl that I'll just call her my niece. She's not really my niece, but I'll just claim her as my niece. And he was grumpy coming into church one day, and I was like, Noah, you needed to get some sunshine and put that in your pockets and get happy. And so that just spurred the idea of this book. And literally, don't tell anybody, but during church, I wrote this book out. Like the idea was just like, okay, it's inspiration from God here. Like I got this book, it's just coming and it's just flowing, right? So I had my sermon notebook, that I keep my notes in. So I just started writing this book out. And so that's really where it came about. And it's about, things that the sunshine, and it's about, mental health, and it's about physical health, and it's about emotional health, and it's about making good choices. Now, it's for little kids, but it's really for big kids too, and for adults. It's really a lesson for all of us. So we need to use our body, we need to use the outside, we need to use our emotions, and we need to use our mind to help make better choices about everything. So, and it's just where we are in life. And it's a reminder to me too. I wrote the book. So, and then I did the illustrations, and I've had a lot of people help me along the way, give me feedback and stuff. And the most exciting thing is I gave it to like a professional editor, and she gave me like 2 things to fix and said it's ready to go on to the next step. And I was like,
yeah, you just had to put the lead on the book a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was so nervous to give it to her. So nervous. But it was like,
goes to show you too, you shouldn't be afraid of some of these things, especially if it comes to you like this, like little divine guidance that that you got it out right the first time.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah, I pushed it out to like professional, like several high name illustrators too that I kind of have connections with. And I'd already like put my neck on the chopping block several times with it too. So so I guess I shouldn't have been that scared. But.
I was gonna say this sounds like some kind of chicken metaphor that like Dr. Phil would use, right?
Well, yeah, I guess so. But by the way, the rooster I had is gone, so it's okay. He attacked me.
Well, sometimes you put your neck out and sometimes your neck puts you out.
Yeah.
I just made that up.
When you attack the person that feeds you, it just doesn't, you just don't stay around.
Don't bite the hand that feeds, especially if you're a mammal.
Well, he wasn't a mammal, but you just don't attack. Yeah, you don't attack. It's not the way of the world here.
All right, what's in the future for Nicole? What's coming up in the next coming years? What do you want to have happen? Or better yet, what's a wish from Nicole Smith?
A wish?
Yeah.
I have lots of wishes. But I don't know where my place is as far as like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I just don't. I really don't, because I want to be a lot of things, and I would like to find maybe No, I don't guess I always want to say I want to know what I want to be when I grow up. And maybe someone told me to stop doing that because you won't be content if you get settled in one thing because you won't be happy. So I need to stop wishing for that. And what I would like to do is I would like to publish my book, and I would like it to make an impact. And I didn't have that in goal to begin with, but I do now because I really do think that it does have good lessons for people. And then I actually have 2 more books in my head. So I really think maybe, and I want to illustrate them. You know, I want them to be like everything of me go out onto this and for them to go forth. You know, I don't want them to be milled pieced with an illustrator and with the author. I want them to be total products of me going out. So
authenticity, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I love about your books here too is that, again, you also are doing, for instance, the lettering of the book. So, you know, things like that, I think really make it you. And, you know, who was it? You know, David Byrne, he's the musician from Talking Heads. He was one of the top musicians. He was also on Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
He once took PowerPoint and designed a 50-slide PowerPoint deck, but he just basically used PowerPoint in no way that everybody else uses PowerPoint, right? Because in the end, he's an artist. And so it was a really great example of like using a medium to, and a medium you think you don't necessarily think about quote unquote art, and use it in that way. And he was able to bring that piece out and basically in the end did what I think your goal is here is make it yours. Right.
Yeah,
no matter what the medium is. Yeah. And again, your medium here too, I believe, is more like what, oil, watercolor. What are your
this is actually a lot of it is Michael's craft paint.
This is where the magic happens.
It's where the magic happens. It's a mixture. It's gouache. It's yeah, it's basically gouache and acrylic gouache and Michael's craft paint.
I thought you said crack paint, but I think I heard you say
craft paint, matte craft paint. Yeah, it's this stuff.
Yeah. And it just proves to you, right? Art doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, sometimes the better parts around it.
No, and it's on Hobby Lobby paper that I got at a discounted for 27 cents a big sheet, and I cut it up.
Well, that's the special ed teacher, I think, in you. Right.
That's I'm not working and I don't have much of an income right now. Part of me.
Well, how about this, Nicole? I want to give a shout out to all the other teachers out there. I know you actually have a passion, like many people you've met online here have said they're either teaching or have been a teacher in the past. Is there something, if you could tell all the teachers in the world, what would you like to tell them?
If your job is killing you, leave. And no, that's it. I mean, honestly, I mean, because if it is killing you, you need to leave. And a lot of people don't leave until they've almost killed themselves with the pressure and everything of it.
Yeah.
And that's a lesson that a lot of teachers, they don't listen to them. They don't listen to their body. And I know it's kind of a downer. You may not want to hear that, but a lot of there's so many teachers that are they're so down because they're stuck. And they really are. They're stuck between the last 8 years or 7, whatever, between retirement and not, and they don't really have anywhere to go, but they're miserable. And it's not the kids. It's not the kids. A lot of times. But you have to do what you're not going to make it to retirement if you don't listen to your body. So
no job is worth dying for, right? I mean, that's the other part. I think that's super important. And for all the people out there, I mean, there's so much talk about work right now, although holy cow, right? Zoom just laid off 1,300 people for the first time in a while. So some people may not be having those choices. And sometimes it's way more empowering to get ahead of it. Meaning that you made the choice and somebody else didn't make the choice for you.
No, God made the choice for me and yeah, the tick bit me, and I didn't have a choice. I mean, it honestly,
But so you're saying the tick was a gift in disguise too?
yeah, in a way. I
Uh,
mean, I
You've told
nearly
me.
died several times, but yeah, I think it was, I would have not have left had not, I was
that.
basically, I had to leave because I couldn't function anymore. Yeah.
I think what also happens too, because I know a little bit about you, Nicole, right? In teaching, you take on the 30 or 40 kids or more. You know,
Mhm.
sometimes if you're special ed, you're connected to even more kids, you know,
Mhm.
at a school, and you feel responsible to them, and it's very easy to get into that trap saying, I'll do anything because I'm responsible, you know, for them.
You were
Then
made to,
yeah,
you're
to
made to feel that way too. Like, yeah, a lot
oh,
of times. Yes. Like, yeah.
principals know that, right?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I hate to say that, but I mean, if you're not super teacher, you're not doing your job enough. It's not just enough to go be there for, yeah, I was working like 6 to 6 every day and then going in another 10 hours on the weekends.
And you did it because you cared.
Translate into which language?
I love that.
Um, but uh, that was, and I had been bit by the tick by then. Like I was sick then when I was working that many hours. And do it. And then they just, I just got asked to do things that put my life in danger. And I just, yeah. So I'll just leave it at that. And so it was just like God saying, you're done, no more. So,
Okay,
and I
so
had to leave.
oh yeah, sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. It was just like, yeah, you're done.
Well, good. This is a message for all those people, you know, teachers out there, especially, but of course, other people, right? If
Hmm.
you feel this way about your work, you know, empower yourself, leave, right? You got to have faith that you'll find some other thing or some other way. I know it's easy to say in this seat, but
Yeah, it's easy to say, but yeah.
we understand how challenging it is. Okay, speaking of challenging, right? Let's talk about Nicole. Nicole, what do you see in the next 3 to 5 years, both on virtual and maybe for yourself?
For myself, virtually and myself, I see, um, as far as my book goes, I would like to do book readings of my book and like connect with some libraries and stuff. Um, I would like to become do sound clips and like become, like people have stock photos. Okay, I want to have stock sound clips because I can do some voices, some like different sounds and stuff. So that's like on my bucket list of things to do because I have a few stock photos that I have like 75 cents worth. Woohoo! But I do have Adobe stock site. Yeah. I just have, 4 terabytes of photos that I need to do something with. But I want to do some sound clip things. I want to have some readings. I want to, with the books that I do, I want to have like a YouTube channel and that kind of stuff. Slowly getting there, but I want to, and as far as like virtually, as far as me, I still want to sing karaoke. Um,
We're still
yeah,
working on having some massive in-person meetup someday. Like we're talking
yeah.
about coming to
Hmm.
Arkansas and having the whole group bomb every karaoke bar within. Nicole says she actually has quite a good assortment around her house.
I don't go out to bars though.
I
So
know. Neither do we.
yeah, we'll just have to have like a big field of karaoke. We'll just have to have, why not, right?
Field of Dreams. We could do the Field of Dreams
I
karaoke.
have, I have a field. Well, there's fire ants out there, but anyway,
Oh, now
we'll
you're
have to
talking.
bomb the fire ants really well, and then
Actually, the best part would have not told Swag that and tell Swag to go out there, and then all of
no.
us leave.
No, we just go to my parents' house and do it in the front yard or their house. How about that?
Okay, Nicole, if you want people to remember one thing from this interview, what's the one thing you want them to remember?
One thing, don't be afraid to try things. Don't be afraid to go after things. that you want to do, like an art, and don't think that you're too old to do it, because I started art when I was, what, 30 something. So do it.
Yeah, bravo. Thank you, Nicole. Do it. And where can people find you? I think you gave your Instagram handle. What's your Instagram handle again?
It is Nicole2777. That's where a lot of my art is, and you can DM me there. And also I have an email, nicolesmithcreativeworks, and that's NICOLE SMITH creativeworks @gmail.com.
Perfect. Thank you, Nicole. And by the way, we'll need your help because I don't think I'm going to be on karaoke on Saturday. We're going to have our guest KJ karaoke jockey Marissa Mann will be there. So
and I will co KJ with her.
That's fantastic. So thank you for helping her out. And the week after that, by the way, I'd also believe that the one and only Joe Welch will come back as our karaoke host the week after that. Well, I'm traveling here in Florida.
All right. I'll help out as the co.
Excellent. Nicole, thank you so much for sharing you and your art. And
thanks, giving me a chance.
And of course, good luck on the publishing of your book. We'll be looking forward to a copy. Okay?
All right. Thanks a bunch, John. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nicole. Guys. So we've been talking with Nicole Smith here on Engaging Virtual Engaging Virtual Meetings interviews. By the way, if you do want to see or actually learn how to sing karaoke on virtual, it's engagingvirtualkaraoke.eventbrite.com. Again, engagingvirtualkaraoke.eventbrite.com. I'll put it in the chat later. And with that, tuning out from Jacksonville, Florida, thank you so much. If you want to be interviewed, make sure and click the link, engagingvirtualmeetings.com/meet-click-interview, and pick the date and time. And I'd love to introduce you to my community. We'll see you next time.
Don't we start people and keep old people? Show you